The Phineas Pemberton House, also known as Bolton Mansion, is a historic home located in Levittown, Pennsylvania. It consists of 4 connected structures built between 1687 and 1790. For nearly a century, the Pemberton family was the most prominent in Pennsylvania. Nearly every one of this home's inhabitants influenced the course of history in the state of Pennsylvania. And it's said that over 300 years of history is trapped within these walls. Many of the claims of paranormal activity throughout the years consist of pictures flying off of walls, the sounds of heavy boots on the floors above, motion detectors and alarms being activated when no one is there, objects being thrown at visitors. Some claim to have seen a man cowering in the corner. And for those daring enough to spend the night, some have experienced sleep paralysis. Join us as we investigate one of the oldest properties in Levittown, Pennsylvania, Phineas Pemberton House, also known as the Bolton Mansion.
Jason and JV. And where are we, Jim?
We're at Bolton Mansion.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and we brought a friend.
What's going on?
Oh, it's Kalani. We just got done doing an event together.
That's right.
So we're going to check this place out. It's been around since the 1600s.
The fact that the people that originally lived in this house and built this house came over on the ship called the Welcome with William Penn, Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
I mean, this is, talk about the incubation of a nation. This is kind of it right here. Pretty cool.
And there's been a lot of claims to this property as well.
A lot
right?
of claims. I mean, when you've existed for 300 years plus, you're going to have a lot of tragedy. You're going to have a lot of death, a lot of family history, and a lot of it gets harbored in the walls. And we'll see what we'll find tonight.
A lot of paranormal claims, but there's been suicides in here too, correct?
Yeah, this whole area. In fact, Pennsylvanian, William Penn, and the people that settled this area were all Quakers. And the Quakers were pacifists.
A Quaker is a Protestant branch of the Christian faith. They feel they have the capacity and the freedom to speak directly to God. They are pacifists. They had some very strict personal guidelines on their own personal behavior.
And we know of at least one story where during the Civil War, one of the children that lived in this home was sent off, drafted to go fight in the Civil War. And when he came back, he was shunned by the Quaker community. So
it's because he picked a side.
He picked a side and he fought in a war.
Yeah.
And because of that, he ended up taking his life, and what would have been his wife took her life with him in this house.
All right. Well, let's do this.
Definitely quiet.
Yeah, it is quiet in here.
Now they had a what do they call it? A hearth cooking class.
Oh yeah.
To teach people how to cook over an open hearth. And the people that managed the property thought that because they had done that they may have started to stir up the activity for us. They had a lot of people in here last night. I don't know, 15, 20 people with the cooking class, and they think that energy may have stirred them up a little bit for us. So we'll see.
Do you know how much of the stuff in here is original?
I don't think much of it is.
Okay.
And there's the original part of the house in the back.
Yeah, this house was built in like 4 different stages. The back part of the house is the oldest to the front, which would be the newest, but it's still all very, very old. Now, I will say this whole property was scheduled for demolition not long ago. And the group that's running it now is very new to managing it. So they're just in the process. You're going to see a lot of open walls and open staircases because they're right now in the process of restoring it. And part of that restoration process is to bring in furniture and things, and hopefully some original stuff too.
Awesome. You ready for this, man?
I'm ready.
All right. Where are we going, Jim?
I'd say we go back to the left.
Back
Through
to the left.
Yeah, through the kitchen to the left.
To the left, to the left. Well, you got a fireplace big enough for 3 chairs. That's a big fireplace.
This room here is called the blue room. The next room back is called the tan room. It was the old kitchen in stages. And they've had a lot of EVP type activity here, catching a lot of disembodied voices. And in the room that we'll visit next, they've had a lot of shadow activity.
We have to take into consideration we're right on a main road, right? So,
Yes.
But I don't know. I mean, they got those hard wooden shutters on these things.
Yeah, most of the windows are sealed up.
So I wouldn't think shadow play.
Yeah, and the only thing I really hear inside is that one buzz. Probably whatever's in the kitchen, probably the fridge.
That's a creepy ass basement.
Gotta love that. What's that, the infrared?
You talking about the sound?
Oh, wait, no, that's that. That thing's clicking on and off. Smells like Cracker Barrel back here.
The hell was this thing?
It's like a cauldron.
Yeah, I know. It really does.
I don't know what it.
Jim, what is this thing? I mean, it's from your days.
That's why he pulls me back to set that joke
He
up.
was waiting.
He's setting the joke up.
Yeah. It's that spike.
It's attached to the chimney and it heats up.
Yeah,
whatever.
I mean, you got right
Water.
here. Where,
It's kind of a hot water system, I guess.
yeah, it is.
I'm going with cauldron.
That works for me. I think that's particularly around this time of year. I'm good with that.
Oh man, they didn't play around. They're already ready for Christmas.
I'm thinking that stuff's up year round. Yeah.
But between this area and the tan room over here, that's a lot of shadow activity, is what I'm told.
Say a certain time.
Didn't get a time reference. I feel really awkward so close to you guys in here.
Wow. I mean, I don't think I stink, right? Yeah, I mean, there's not a lot of light coming in at all.
No, it's pretty dark.
Because like if
Yep.
I cut this,
So that kind of shoots the idea of what? Oh, no, you're good.
I'm just saying there's.
No, it's just dark. In fact, when you guys were in there, so your light wasn't in here, it was like pitch black.
Yeah, so I mean, it kind of takes away the idea of possible contamination bleeding
Right.
from outside.
Right.
So if they're seeing shadows,
Now, I have to say, I had
I think this before we stepped up. We're going. What were you saying?
Talking about that squeak?
I think it was here.
That's what I just heard,
I
but
think it was here.
we walked that path.
Maybe not.
It's just a squeak though. What were you saying?
I don't know. When I had the tour earlier, I'm not sure this is the basement I went in or not. We'll find out in a second. I don't think this is the way I went down, so I don't know where that goes.
Oh, I like that. Jesus.
Them folks weren't very vertically gifted, ain't?
Yikes.
Shit.
Well, at least you're graceful.
See an EMF nightmare right there.
Oh yeah, that thing. Yeah, you can feel it, and that's what a lot of people don't realize, man. You can feel,
Yeah.
especially when you've been used to investigating.
head.
You can feel the EMF in like the back of your head.
Well, and I think that's what a lot of people don't get. It's when they walk in this and they're like, I walked in and I felt something right when
Yeah, exactly.
a lot of times.
Especially those timer systems. I mean, those things give it off a lot.
And that's before shielding was,
Oh yeah,
which some of this stuff's newer, but some of it's
like the old Romex cable and all that
not.
stuff.
There was, it's not 100% confirmed, but speculation. Jay, this seems to be a common theme anywhere we go, that was the entrance to a tunnel that went out to the barns, and that there was Underground Railroad activity through here.
They loved their tunnels.
They love their tunnels.
This is really a tiny, tiny basement. All right, so you went into a different basement?
I was not in this part of the basement before. This is new.
So is this a different... That looks like it goes outside. Something just crawled in.
What do you mean just crawled in?
I don't know what it was, but it was on the wall and then it went down to the floor.
You just saw it?
Yeah.
Like it was a mammal or insect?
I think it's an insect.
Okay. Reptile? What the heck are we
shadow
talking about? Did it have horns? That's what I want to know. This is new.
So is this a different... That looks like it goes outside. Something just crawled in.
This is new. This is a different. That looks like it goes outside. Something just. This is new. So this is a different. That looks like it goes outside.
Yeah, it's definitely outside right there.
All right, so we got to find the other basement. So they think this was a tunnel. So there's no documentation of it being
It's speculative.
connected to the Underground
Yeah,
Railroad.
It's speculation.
All right, well, EMF is high down here.
Yeah.
Feel it.
You get that?
Yeah, fire alert system.
Go back up.
Yeah, go ahead.
And I also have not been up there yet.
Oh, wow, jeez. That's where I'm going then. I don't even know what the hell goes on up here. This is a weird area. All right, we have a kitchen area. It's like a little apartment.
Thanks.
Yep. It's weird having like the old looking door here with like modern apartment over there. Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely out of place. And it goes up again. Jeez. All right.
That's weird.
Yeah, that's it. And it's all carpeted too, so it's like
So it's used.
yeah. Somebody had to have been really short if they were standing up there. It's like a freaking Alice in Wonderland door.
Yeah. What's that? Is that a stairway?
Yeah, I mean, there's stairs that go to the most random places in this house. Hello? Dog barking in the distance. So there's a whole floor below this that we didn't check out because we just came up here. What?
I'm just trying to figure out where it would be. I know on the other staircase, there's a locked door, which he said was storage. That could be what's under here.
So weird the way they built this thing so short.
Should go down to that blue room and see if we can get some vocal responses.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
I'm game.
Yeah, I'll bring this with us. What do you got there? This is that microwave radiation device. So this is a new device done by a girl named Lauren Hauntz, but she essentially tries to explain how equipment works and how there's a lot of equipment that is made to go off. And this one, the only false positive we can get, electronics can't set it off, your phone can't set it off. The only thing that could possibly give us a false positive would be if the battery's dying or if there's too much moisture in an area. So think of a Doppler radar. Yep. That's essentially what it's using. But we've even had it where, like if a small animal crosses in front of it, it'll pick that up because it's picking up the motion.
Oh, yeah.
But I have not had it go off yet for something I can't pinpoint as to what's going on.
And if it does, what's going to happen?
If it does, we're going to have to change your shorts and go out to the truck, get some of them dude wipes.
Oh, all right.
But, you know, I'm trying to use new equipment and
I think it's great
new techniques because
it helps push the field forward.
yeah, you know, there's a lot of stuff. It's just repackaged into some 3D prints, which there's nothing wrong with that. But I think there's too many people that don't know how their equipment's working.
I agree.
Or what could cause their equipment to activate.
And you see a lot of that, people using EMF meters, and they get a spike, and they're like, oh my God, it means a ghost is here.
And their phone's like right next to it.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't mean that there's a ghost there.
So this is the room they said they were getting the
Shadows.
Shadows down this hallway?
EVP between the two and disembodied voices, yeah. Yeah, these two rooms.
So I do find it interesting, though. It's right next to these stairwells. Right, so stairwells are always interesting because it's the place between touching the ground and being above, like in mythology.
Yeah.
But
it's like the stairway to hell and heaven.
Yeah. So when it turns on, it'll calibrate, and it'll play once.
And that has to be the tune?
That's a pretty epic
creepy
tune.
ass
That's
tune.
that's pretty.
And it's bright too.
Yeah.
She's like, I wanted it to be. So if something does cross in front, it's got a pretty big fan of detection, but it's charged up, so we should be good.
All right. So if there's anybody here, my name's Jason. These are my friends, JV and Kalani. We were asked to come in and try to connect with anybody who still might be residing here by Dave. Are you willing to talk with us? There's a device set on the table. If you go by it, it'll light up, allowing us a means to communicate. Can you do that for us?
Can you hear that?
Sounded like a door just opened.
I did hear it.
Yeah, it sounded like a door. Can you do that for us?
Can you hear that?
Sounded like a door just opened. Can you do that for us?
Can you hear that?
Sounded like a door just opened. You see anybody on it?
There's nothing moving. I mean, it sounded like it came not from this kitchen, but
Which is where that door is. All right, feeds out. Oh, that's me setting off the device.
I'm gonna turn this off for a second.
Yeah. This is the door latch here. I mean, it sounds kind of similar.
And I think that's what, on every one of them?
Yeah, on everyone. I know. So it wouldn't be this door, because this door has the regular deadbolt on it.
Right. But every room seems to have an exterior door on this wall.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it sounded like one of the latches. Like,
Yeah.
what's on that? In there.
Well, there's what, 3 in this room? One right here, one right there, and one right there.
Yeah, and one right behind you. 4. Because this one's here.
I mean, it could have been this room and just echoed like it was further away.
I don't know. I mean, you want to head back in there? I'll move those and tell me if it sounds, which one
Okay.
sounds like it. Let me know when you're in your place.
Okay.
You ready? All right.
A little louder.
Yeah.
That was a little louder than what we heard.
How about
Yeah,
this
so
one?
I think it was probably further.
How about
Yeah.
this one?
It was. That sounds more like scraping. It wasn't
All right.
like that.
Yeah. It happened pretty much right after I said, is there anybody here who wants
Yeah.
to communicate?
You said essentially there's a device. Right when you're mentioning that's when we heard it down the hall.
We try that again and see what happens.
Okay. So if something crosses right there, it should activate. But I thought that'd be a good spot. So
Yeah,
this is
no,
where
that's-
they see all those.
It's great. That's a main,
Shadow figures.
Yeah, it's a main path. All right.
And then I think I might move this one to this room. Guess we'll hear it. So that one will calibrate.
All right.
So we'll have something in each room essentially.
All right. So again, my name's Jason. This is my friend JV and Kalani. And we were asked to come in by Dave and some others to try to talk with you. There's devices that are put in the other rooms. They won't hurt you, but they'll light up, giving us a way to communicate. Can you go buy one of those devices to at least let us know you're here? Yeah, sounds like walking
Above us.
above us. Can you tell us anything about the history here in this home? Anything you remember?
Hearing creaking?
Yeah.
Something moving above us.
Like the old apartment.
Yeah. We think we hear you moving, but can you make it a little bit clearer for us and make a louder noise, maybe a knock or something?
Can you do anything to let us know you're here?
Hear that?
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah.
I did.
You know?
Yeah.
I did.
Had like a almost like a metallic.
Did it sound like it was back in the oven room or was it elsewhere?
I mean, I'll stand in here, tell you if I hear anything in here while you guys are.
Okay. Are you part of the Pemberton family?
We know that Phineas Pemberton was a big part of this place. Does that name ring a bell for you? Phineas Pemberton? We also heard that a few people may have taken their own life in this house. And we're sorry to hear that, but if any of those individuals would like to come forward and speak as well, now is your opportunity. What was that?
You heard that too?
Yes.
Okay.
What was that?
You heard that too?
Yes.
Okay.
What was that?
You heard that too?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
It sounded like an old man cough.
Yeah, I don't know. That was disembodied.
Is that it again?
Yep.
Is that it again?
Yep.
Is that it again?
That one right there's a dog.
Yeah, I hear that. Because it's easy in here to tell when it's from outside because there's like no insulation. So, is somebody sick?
That's just weird. Just right after I mentioned the folks.
Yep. Are you trying to communicate with us? The louder you are, the easier it is for us to understand. Can you move the door handle like you did before?
It's funny because every so often there's like a voice and it's really quick.
When you were in there, did you hear, was it a male voice or what did you hear?
Well, it sounded like a male cough, but it didn't sound like it happened in there. It sounded like it happened, I don't know if I want to say here or it radiated in here.
Where you're standing right now, last weekend, somebody spotted a full shadow standing right where you are right now.
Really?
Yes.
And on that same note, this isn't a place that's like heavily into paranormal research. So if people are having these paranormal experiences, it's not like they're already charged to walk in and have a paranormal experience, which I think those are even more convincing that someone's like, hey, I saw a full-bodied apparition in the doorway.
They're not coming in with a preconceived notion, of it.
Yeah, they're not looking for a paranormal experience. And I think that means even more to the fact that there's something going on here.
And the person that saw the shadow standing in the door where you are, Jay, was a young girl, like 8-year-old girl.
Oh, really?
When I was doing the research, there was something about like a weeping girl or...
Okay, so yes. So Dave, the manager who's walked us through earlier, has a picture. It's a thermal image on the 3rd floor of what it looks like, and it's the details were actually quite amazing given the fact that it's a thermal of somebody peeking around a corner, looking at him. We're going to get him on camera talking about that tomorrow. But that was on the 3rd floor at the top of the steps. So that might be what you're talking about.
Is this the best area for us to try and communicate with you?
I don't know what that was.
was
something.
That sounded like that.
That door thing.
door handle
That
thing,
same.
Sounded like the door handle.
Okay.
Oh. I don't know if it just showed up, but in that room, there was just something just blocked out the light, as if, like something just walked by.
Really?
Come here, Jim. You see down there in that room,
Yeah.
where the light's on the
Yeah.
floor? Mm-hmm. Stay focused on that for a minute.
Okay.
Oh, just did it again.
The IR is not showing it, but you can see it with your eyes.
Let me see if I can.
Yeah, look. So, see where yeah, if you come over here. See the light on the floor?
Yep.
Something just blocked that out, as if something was walking
Wait,
by.
I just saw it. I just saw it from the left side. I just saw a foot come out and block just a hair of the light, and then it went back in. It was out of this doorway.
Yep.
Oh, that gave me chills. Like what I saw when I was looking down here was just 1 foot like this, and then it went back really quick.
That's neat, because what it looked like was like something block up, as if, I guess I can only assume like on the stairs. So, but I don't see how your light's not going to cast onto the, so maybe, I don't know.
Hang on, let me see if I can turn this off real quick.
I guess the only way I would is if I was over here, right? What I initially saw? Yeah.
Kalani, that's the dining room in there, and that's where you saw a foot come out from?
Yeah, so where the light's getting cast, if I turn my light out, you can see it better. But I just saw like a foot do that.
All right. I'm going to go down there and get video. If you want to try to do it with your foot when I get down there, I can see how it looks on this.
Okay.
All right, go ahead.
Go ahead.
It was like that.
Yeah.
All right, let me turn my light off so you can see better.
I don't know.
Can you see it?
I can't on my camera. So whatever I saw was actually coming from the right side, where Kalani saw something on the left. I saw something on the right.
Yeah. So you each saw something on the different sides of the room.
Yeah.
But that's crazy how this is also where everyone's reported it too.
That's right.
But it was something. And you saw it.
Well, no, because I don't ever see anything. But it looked like
I kept on thinking initially, like as if somebody was coming down the stairs or something like that, and they were blocking out the light. But that wouldn't make any sense because the light's actually coming in from above the door. So I don't know what the hell was doing that then. Oh, that was neat.
Yeah.
It was interesting.
But I do want to go ahead and say too, for anyone at home that's thinking maybe we're getting some pollution from outside, these are still sealed in here.
Yeah.
So we're not getting any, like I'll turn this out, but you're not getting any light coming in.
That doesn't sound like that.
Oh, sorry.
But what I'll say is the shoe that I saw was very similar to my shape of my boot. But, I mean, shoes have been made like this for a long time.
Yeah.
Right.
It was very flat. There wasn't like laces or anything. It was just like a quick.
Oh, that's weird.
So what have we gotten so far?
Okay, so I think it was pretty awesome that we were looking down here and you saw a shadow peek down.
Yep.
And then I saw the foot come out the door, both sides of the hallway. We tried to figure out if there was a reason that we were seeing that. I couldn't figure anything out. Not to say that it was paranormal, but in the same breath, I couldn't figure out a reason to debunk it. But this device right here, this is something I thought might be a little bit easier for something to speak with us. So this does algorithmic EMF. It's a little bit better than just a standard K2 because it takes in, obviously, readings from the environment. and will assign a yes or no based off of the algorithm that its creator gave it. But you can put your phone right next to it and it won't pop. So this one's nice too because it gives them a way of just speaking yes or no, which I've had some really cool sessions with this. And this room also is probably our best bet at not getting a...
I mean, yeah.
No.
Nope.
Okay.
No, it's not the right room.
Okay, so we thought we were speaking with someone recently, and we saw someone at the end of the hallway, and we mentioned Phineas and the folks that lost their lives here, and things started to pick up a little bit. So if anyone is still here with us, we have this blue device on the table that you can interact with, and it will tell us yes or no. So if you're in the environment with us, can you please select yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you for that. Are you a member of the Pemberton family?
Can you see how many of us are in this room?
Just no answers anymore? It says, yeah, I'm here, but not going to answer anything else.
Do you work for the Pemberton family?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
That's 3 yeses.
That was
too.
to the 3 questions we asked.
Oh.
It's also the amount of people that are standing in this
Yep.
room.
And it's the number of people standing in the room. Okay. Interesting.
Okay.
Are you willing to talk with us? Answer some of our questions? Yeah.
That was closer.
Yeah, that one was. Yeah.
That was closer.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, so it sounds like somebody keeps on trying to open a door. It's so weird.
Do you need us to let you in or let you out? Yes for in, no for out.
No.
Oh,
Whoa.
Okay.
that's pretty cool.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
So let you out. What's keeping you here?
Are you trapped? Do you need help?
Yes.
That's pretty cool.
Are members of the family keeping you here? Are they making you stay here? Are there others like you that are forcing you to stay here? Do you want us to leave this area? What? Which
I
is
just heard something down there.
That sounded like the far door where the light's coming in.
Yes. 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 Yes.
what the
Pretty
hell?
emphatic. It's pretty emphatic. What was the question you just asked?
I totally forgot what I asked. I did. What- I was more focused on how many times it was saying yes. I said, are there others like you that are trying to keep you here?
I wonder if it was giving us the number.
Oh.
No.
No? Okay. Because remember, it gave us 3 yeses when you asked how many were in the room. Then it just gave us 5.
That's right.
So how many others like you are there here? How many others like you are here?
You know, it makes me wonder though, because like, I know in the UK, like they had different things, like they would put cats in their fireplaces to try and ward off things. Like, I wonder what's built into this house that we're not aware of.
Oh, sure. A lot of superstition.
And maybe there is something that could possibly be, maybe even in their own head, keeping them here. Like, it could not have any power itself, but they've given it power, and now it's keeping them here.
Yeah, good thought.
Well, right down to things that they would put into the walls and stuff for protection and stuff like that. So, I mean, they put shoes and clothes.
Because that's one thing this house has over a lot of other, 1670s.
Yeah.
That's old.
Yeah.
American standards, there's not much older.
That's exactly right. Is there something we can do to help you? Do we make you uncomfortable?
Yes.
Well, we don't mean to. We are kind of just here to give you an opportunity to speak and honestly just validate that you're here, because so many people have had experiences with things here, and we just wanted to come in to make sure that if you wanted to speak to us, you had that opportunity. Are there others trapped here with you?
Yes. No.
And there's sounds moving. There's like lots of sounds happening right around the same time these voices are happening too. So I wonder if some of them could feel like they're trapped and others are just staying here for their own reason. Is this your house? Did you used to work here?
Out there again.
And all of a sudden this thing isn't saying anything.
Well, I wonder if there is something here that's like, hey, you need to stop.
Yeah, asking questions.
Can you just say yes for us, just so we know that we are still communicating with you?
Would you like us to leave this room?
Yes.
5 yeses.
Yes.
6.
I asked for yes to confirm they're still here to communicate.
Yes.
Would you like us to go upstairs then?
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
Okay, so we're upstairs. You've asked us to come upstairs. Were you employed by the Pemberton family?
Were you enslaved by the family?
Or a different family that resided here?
I feel like my ears just clogged, like they're ready to pop.
You asked us to come up here.
No.
Should I not go in this room?
I don't know. Do you not want him to go in there?
That's the older portion, right?
Yeah. Can I go in this room?
Is it okay if Jason goes into the next room?
No.
Oh.
Well, so funny story.
There was just voices in here. But not really in here. I don't know. Come here. It just sounded like a guy talking. Listen. That was movement. It sounded like somebody moving close. It was just a male voice just a minute ago.
Yes. Are you the voice that he heard?
Can you talk again for us?
Are you still here with us? That sounds really similar to what we've been hearing.
Well, technically, what if? Because I wonder how that would sound with this door being open.
All right.
With what?
The
With us
stairway
being
door.
downstairs, how does that sound travel?
Oh, well, with this open?
No, I mean, because we were downstairs and we heard it.
Yeah.
So would this be enough that we would have heard it downstairs, like coming through that stairway?
Oh. I mean, I'll head down there.
Where does that one open to?
This goes down into
The
the
blue-
other room.
Blue
door.
blue room.
Yeah.
And we were in the tan room, or brown room, right?
Right.
Colonel Mustard.
With the lead pipe.
But that door at the bottom is closed.
Oh, okay. Okay, so I doubt we probably
Still,
would.
that sounds really similar to this note.
Yeah, I think that's the sound. It's just pinpointing which door.
If I knock on something, can you knock and reply? Let's try it. I'm going to knock. You can knock 1, 2, 3, however many times you feel is appropriate. Here we go. I'll give you one more try. Not on that, I'm not. Whoops. Do it again. Do it again.
So would this have been where the original, or before the next add-on would have been? Because the fireplace here, and then they just add on. That's why the replica staircase,
Yeah.
essentially.
Yep,
So they just keep adding staircases with each add-on.
I think that's right. Well, the device told you not to go in the room. You did anyway.
Well, all right. Hey, whoa.
He was already
I
in
was
the
already
room,
going
kind
in,
of?
yeah.
Was he?
You know, don't throw me to
Oh,
the
I was just
wolves.
saying they stopped talking to us after that.
No,
that's
it's
all.
my fault. That's what you're saying.
No, I'm not. You didn't
Kalani,
know.
was that what he's saying?
You know, I don't know.
Did it?
He doesn't want to take
Did it,
sides.
Kalani, did it come off like that?
You know, it kind of felt like that's the direction he was heading, and then
I was just giving us the timeline of events.
yeah, maybe he was just laying it out chronologically.
You guys can draw your own conclusions. I was just offering.
Let us know down in the comments
Yeah.
what you think.
Yeah. Why don't you post your thoughts below?
Was I accusing Jay?
Was he accusing Jay of walking in the room prematurely?
And destroying, stopping all paranormal activity. I think you were.
We can try and get Savannah to come in here and do an Estes session.
Oh, yeah. I mean, is she into that? Yeah.
She's good at it.
Really? Which would she do the blindfold and stuff?
She doesn't like the blindfold, but she has this weird, she'll rock and stuff. We have some really cool stuff happening.
Yeah, well,
sometimes.
let's want to do it?
I'm game.
Yeah.
My people love it.
Cool.
Okay, so we're up here in the attic, and this is where the reported unalivings took place for our terms of service, lovely YouTube. But we brought in Savannah because Savannah is going to do an Estes method. If you're not familiar with the Estes method, one person's listening to Spirit Box. We're going to be asking the questions. But she doesn't know what we're asking. So it's going to give them an easier conduit.
Conduit? Hell yeah, brother.
It's going to give them an easier conduit to communicate with. So we have Savannah here. Everyone loves when Savannah does Estes. So
give it a shot.
She was enjoying the warmth of the Cybertruck, but I said it was pertinent for her to come in here to do the session up here because this is probably one of the more active areas reportedly in the house. So that's what we're going to do.
Sounds good. And we greatly appreciate you coming up and helping us out, Savannah.
I mean, it took a lot to pull me out of the heated seat, but here I am.
First off, my name's Kalani.
I'm Jason.
I'm JV.
And we're here to try and communicate with whoever's up here. We've heard a lot of stories about people have seen things.
We thought about it.
Thought about it, okay.
She told me.
Are you able to see us? Communicate with us?
Down.
Can you tell us your name?
Money, a lot of money.
Are you familiar with the Pemberton family?
Killed me.
Are you saying the Pemberton family was responsible?
He made me.
Who made you?
I didn't need to. Heavy.
Did someone pressure you into taking your life?
Made me.
Someone made you take your life? Someone forced you?
I did love him.
Wait, didn't you say that he made, there was a woman that did it too?
Yes, his girlfriend as well.
Is this the girlfriend? Are you saying that he made you do it? I'm going to come in there with you guys.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because the audio...
Abigail?
Abigail.
The name Abigail also comes in for a lot of people that use for EMFs and different things, different equipment. Abigail has come up. Abigail actually is in the family line. It's somebody that lived here, wife of one of the people that lived here.
Abigail was the name of the little girl.
Ooh, there was like a weird, growly, unhuman voice that came through.
Abigail's the name of the little girl that was caught on the thermal, they suspect, because they found a grave marker of a girl of the same age in the Pemberton family graveyard.
It isn't.
Is this what could be making other spirits here feel like they can't leave?
Hold on.
Is there something holding you here?
Are you listening?
Yes.
Excuse me?
How many of you are here?
The reporters.
The reporters.
We're wrong.
The reporters were wrong? So, what those
I told you.
Got the story wrong?
Yeah, reported the story.
So tell us the true story. What really happened?
Killed.
So you were murdered.
It does make you wonder if they both took their lives. Did they both willingly, or did he do it to her first and then?
Took his own.
Yeah, I mean, at that point,
And maybe
you're probably
that's
going to be killed anyways. You're probably going to be hanged. So
maybe that's why she's still here. Maybe she,
Andy.
was that? What was his name? Does
We
anybody
don't know.
No one knows.
We don't know his name.
Was that his name?
She knows not to move because the stairs are there. Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, she does this weird like rock.
Yeah.
She's done it ever since we've started. Well, this is your opportunity to set the story straight. So you're telling us the reporters got it wrong. So what did they get wrong? You're telling us that you were forced to take your life?
Around here.
It was by hanging, right?
Yes.
I wonder if it, maybe they're like trying to show us like around here.
They messed up history.
well, I mean, if they said she hanged herself and she didn't, that would have been messing up history.
Do you have a message for us?
How can we fix it?
I wasn't happy. Me.
Were you stuck in that situation?
Lots of reasons to be upset.
Okay. So what can we do in our place now to give you
I had to.
peace? You had to.
I mean, is it possible that he's also coming through with her? He had to?
Yeah.
If
That's the thing is we don't have receipts to these responses, right?
Mhm.
No.
Hi.
Hello. Can we have your name, please?
Michael.
like, I mean, the name dead right on.
Michael, did you lose your life right here?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you fight?
James.
James Pemberton was one of the owners.
I wonder how the timeline works
It's
out.
that way.
The other thing I always wonder too is it's like, is there different planes in which they're all existing?
Yeah.
So you're picking up on different ones at the same moment?
No one else.
Well, that answers your
Well, there you
question.
go. Are you talking about James Pemberton?
What's this?
Or James Johnson.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
You all.
You all.
Is there something I can do to help you? My name's James.
I wonder why that growling voice came
I'm
through.
coming.
Yeah.
I've been waiting.
She seemed a little like
A little
that came out of
taken back,
nowhere.
yeah.
Yeah.
It was uncomfortable.
You've been waiting. Have you been waiting for someone to come up here and speak with you? Is that what you mean?
Alex.
Makes you wonder if
Who's
there's
talking to us right now?
It's all connected.
I mean, Alex is your daughter.
Right, and today's my mother's birthday.
You know.
Wow.
That's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Because it might not have anything to do with
You
this.
have it right.
Oh, well, there you go. So,
Can you tell me your name?
Hello.
What's my wife's name?
so I've never done these before. So
Tuesday.
is it possible, like numerous of these things are
Nothing.
coming through, giving her messages?
Also, here's something you got to keep in mind when you're doing this. It's sweeping. It's a spirit box, so it's sweeping the radio. So you're going to get some radio
Yep,
interference. That's part of it.
Mhm.
Some of it's going to be random. There also could be multiple things coming through. Just
Just call her.
Just like an EVP, there's no receipt, so we don't know if the response is coming through or the
That's
person that
it.
says they are, or what. But the reason that we do it this way instead of just playing an out loud spirit box is it's eliminating the bias of looking for an answer, right? So
Celebrate.
Celebrate. I mean, your mom's birthday. All right, just call her. So, say her name, Jim. Say her name.
Maggie? Is that you? Marguerite? Mom? I did hear that.
Cool.
I don't know where that just came from. That sounds
Shut
like it
up.
came from right-
That sounds like my mother.
Someone.
You know, your name, your daughter's name. Celebrate.
Mrs. Johnson?
November. I need a minute.
and like you can hear
Yeah,
something coming through.
Yeah, female voices, stuff like that.
And sometimes, like when you're listening to it, you'll even hear stuff come in underneath.
Paul's coming.
Paul's coming.
Who's Paul?
She said Paul.
Paul.
I know one Paul that was my mother's brother-in-law. He was an asshole. So if he's coming, we're going to get the hell out of here. 'Cause he was a jackass.
I think it said attic, but I also could have been listening for that. Okay, I'm getting sleepy.
That was a great job.
So what was the, you said
Oh wait, I can't
kind of
see
early
it.
on that there was something that sounded unhuman.
Your
Yeah,
growl?
it was like a deep growl that maybe sounded like an animal, but freaked me out a little bit. Like definitely was not a man's voice. It was just a deep growl. And I don't know what it was.
Well, because we were getting something along the lines of, and this may be us just drawing conclusions from straws, but it seemed like one of them was telling us that they were killed and that the history was wrong. And the reporters got it wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, honestly, that's what it came down. It really seemed like it was being said, like, all right, well, one person hanged themselves, but they did it after they hanged somebody else.
Like someone hung someone else.
Exactly. And then at one point you said, James, his name is James, and then you brought up Alex, his daughter is Alex, and then you were talking about celebration, and today is his mother's birthday. She had just passed. Well, she passed years back, but today was her birthday. So, I don't know.
Interesting.
I mean, it's the first time we've ever done anything with the Estes method. I've seen people do it, and, it's always called into question, but
Yeah.
I think it's neat that you have headphones on, you can't hear a word we're saying.
Right.
And you're just randomly, saying what you're hearing. And, sometimes it really matches up to exactly what we're asking. So
I do think There was a lot of stuff I missed for sure.
Yeah.
Because it sounded like at a lot of points, and what I typically try to do is say like, oh, that was a woman, that was a man. I forgot to do that time, but there were tons of people talking.
Yeah.
So I'm sure there's a lot that I
could hear it all the way
missed.
out here. Yeah.
Yeah, there was a lot that came through, and I'm like, I don't know what that said. But the stuff that did come through, it's pretty clear.
Awesome. Well, and that was wild. Interesting.
Cool. Yeah, that's good.
All
That's
right.
really good.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome. Not a problem.
So Jimmy and me just finished our first night investigating, and we had our friend Kalani and his wife Savannah out here. And it was interesting because we investigate very different, but he's passionate, and so is Savannah, about investigating haunted locations. So just to see the way he does it and compared to the way we do it, I think was really fun for us, but also just getting able to hang out with Kalani like we've wanted to do so many times. I think that was great.